Hey, Roberto Banda. Thanks, my brother. Thanks a lot. Come take a sit.
We need to find out. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna. Okay, cool. My right hand man.
Yeah.
Nice one. Who else we have here? DJ Shosta.
Yo,
the only guy that hasn't had me on his interview yet.
Yo,
I think
I've had you for like
no, you've never.
Horn FM.
You not Horn FM. I'm talking about your new show. You are scared to have me there. I'm just kidding.
It's good.
Right, take a sit. Take a sit, my brother. Take a sit. Welcome to Miami.
Thank you.
We're suffering an introduction. Biggie Busy. It's my young brother, Big Busy, my co-producer. Name is Chewo Mozi. I got you where? Oh, I designed to take a magago. He can't do without his goggles. He's trying to decide which ones to wear. But straight inside my minimum. Come in. He's trying to decide. He's trying to decide which one to wear. Where's the other one?
My own body van you.
This one is more of corporate.
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm trying to transition from gangster to corporate.
Yeah, go corporate. Now I'm calling on Bamdad. What's good, man? Thanks for coming.
Anytime, man.
Yeah, you can take it. Yeah, thanks, man. You can come and take a seat here.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have Roberto here. Roberto. No introduction. Mr. Shosta, I'm a high five, I'm a setting, I'm dada. MK Makitu, aka Boog. Big Busy, my co-producer. And Daki Daxon, my Africa. Again, thanks a lot for coming through, guys. You know, we always need to have times like this where we can all, you know, sit, share ideas, reminisce, talk about where we came from. You know, that conversation is always a very good conversation. I've got very good memories of all of you. You know, it's vivid. Like, I met all of you yesterday. I remember how I met all of you here. I remember how I met Big Busy. Daxon. Daxon is probably the first guy that I met out of everybody in this. Then I think Roberto.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Roberto, then this gentleman. I mean, the way I met this gentleman was very funny. It was a very funny ordeal. Then, yeah, I remember him from Horn FM. He used to call me for some advice and all that. He was a good boy, but manja pa kulamutu.
Literally.
You want me to say? Someone please remove that belt.
We should measure that head, huh? Yeah. All right, so we'll go straight into it. I'm going to talk about how I met this gentleman here. I don't know if he remembers. I met him. I remember I was at a college called Passwell. I was doing computer system engineering. And I remember that's where I first met Daxon. I don't know what was happening. I think I was leaving the classroom or something. Then he just greeted me. You know, like he didn't know me or whatever. He just greeted me. Then I greeted him back. Then every time I'd come to school, I'd always say what's up to him. Then I didn't see him afterwards. I think I later saw.
Out.
Yeah. I left you.
He started earlier than me.
Yeah.
But then you know, there's always that tall guy, you know. But serious. He's
very quiet.
Yeah, very quiet, very serious. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can tap some intelligence, you know. So you pick some friends that you can talk. So there was this guy that always had his own thing. He would just come straight to class. After class he goes. He just never used to talk to anybody. Yeah. But I was like, how's the boss? How are you? I started talking, hi, hello. But we never even got to know like what's your name and
or what you do. Like I didn't even know he was in the business because then I was not on radio then. I had not yet started the entertainment business. That was back in 2003 or 2 or 3. I think it must have been 2003. Yeah. So forward to 2005. Yeah, 2005 when I was working for QFM. Then he was studying his, I think, my Africa. Was it 2005? 2006?
That's 2006.
Yeah, 2006. Yeah. You were busy recording. You did Nubian Queen with Slab D. Yeah, then we met. Then I was like, oh, you sing? Yeah. Then we became friends. Then when I opened the studio, you were one of the first people Was it Roberto first?
No, actually
Was it Roberto?
Yeah, it was Roberto was the first.
Oh, Roberto came before you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met you earlier by Digital X.
Yeah.
Yes. By then there was Digital X at Carousel.
Yeah, I remember.
After school, then I was like, I remember you.
Yeah, it was a Digital X, you're right. Yeah.
But then there was radio.
Yeah, because they, we used to rap and, you were...
And then PJ would come,
sit
around.
Yeah.
And there was Massey as well.
Yeah, Massey,
was the producer.
Massey, Cassie, the sister.
Yeah. And then he would
Massey
come.
from
Anchorex.
Yeah. Oh, he's been around. He's been around. He's the one on that Mbuluruka song with...
Willie Jinx.
Yeah, with Willie Jinx. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But we had no idea about production, nothing.
Absolutely zero.
To Digital X. We just used to go and watch. He'd be watching, I'll be watching what everybody's doing, and then he disappeared, he went into radio.
Yeah.
Next thing I heard, he just met me in the road and said, I've got a studio now. I was like, you got a studio? Yeah. I know we didn't know anything. So I was like, okay. I just came back because I also went to do production. Yeah. I just came back from Botswana. I learned a few things. I was like, cool. I've got a studio. You'd come around. And
so he found me and Roberto.
I found.
Yeah, running the studio. So Roberto actually is the one that taught us how to use the program Reason.
When is this? This
was 2007.
2007.
Yeah.
2007.
So I'll get his story is even more interesting. So that's how he came to K-Army. Then we started working together, and you can imagine, we've been friends since 2003. And like everybody else, you probably have your differences sometimes, but you see, the friendship is more important if you can go through all those stages and still maintain the friendship. That is very important, So, and I value him as one of my close friends. Yes, I might not agree with everything that he might have done. sometimes you'll be a clown. I'll probably be a clown too, but
like most of the time.
Yeah, no, you are always a clown. Jay Cash. What's good, man? You okay? Good to see you. Thanks, man.
Good. Big.
Ambuya. Nice. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming, though you're late, but it's all good. Yeah. You're looking sharp, though. I taught you well, man. Nice.
Awesome, boss.
Yeah. All right. So that was the story with Daxon. I if we had a lot of time, would have talked about the whole shenanigan, but just a brief idea, so where we come from with him. So the friendship is really strong. And in the industry, nobody should lie to you. Not everybody's going to be your friend. There are people that would genuinely be happy for you and will be your friend. And some is just, when it's beneficial for them. Like if they want something from you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's hard to actually have industry friends.
Genuinely.
It's very difficult. 15, 16, you can't pretend for 16 years to be somebody's friend.
And the thing is, it's not even a bad thing. Like, you're not going to get along with everybody.
Yeah.
But you can do business with everybody.
Oh yeah, no business. You can do business with anybody. All right, so Roberto. So how I met Roberto, I knew his brother first, Ozzy. And once in a while, Ozzy would talk about, I've got a young brother in South Africa, yada yada yada. So Roberto just came back from South Africa, and I was on QFM then. I remember very well. It was 2006. I'd moved from Choice FM. 2005 or 6?
2005.
Yeah, 2005.
2005.
Yeah. So I moved from Choice FM 2004. I moved to QFM in 2005. Then Roberto came here, had a single called Chest to Chest.
Yeah, boy.
I don't even. Is that song still there?
Still there.
Yeah. So
Chest to chest.
Chest to chest. Yeah. So so Roberto came through to QFM and he's promoting his music and came. Oh no, my name is Roberto. I'm Ozzy's young brother. Yada yada. The first time I met him, I thought he had a very good personality, and I liked him, he's a cool guy,
He actually mistook me for Ray Dawn. He had never met Ray Dawn. No, what's his name again? What's that guy's name again? There was an artist that we came through for an interview and he asked me if I was that other guy. I think it was 5-4.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, remember when 5-4 had that, who am I?
Yeah. Oh, so I thought it was you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
5-4, I'm like, no.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, he came and, we started talking and said, I've got this single, I'm trying to push, chest to chest, yada, yada, yada. Okay, cool. He gave it to me. I played it and I liked it. It was me and Bachi then.
Yeah.
So we took the song, we started slamming it, and that's how we became friends. So we sort of got in touch and would always always talk to you. I said, how's the song doing? I think then you were in Kawe.
Yeah.
You would come occasionally to Lusaka and whatnot. So forward to 2007, he decided to relocate to Lusaka. So when he moved, he decided to get on radio. That's before I opened the studio. So he went to Hot FM. Hot FM I just opened, so he on radio. So I heard him on radio. And I said, I like the way this guy sounds. So I proposed to him. I said, would you like to come and work for QFM? He says, you know what, I wouldn't mind actually. I said, for real? I said, okay. So I went, I had to sit down with, I had to sit down with Mbachi, Trio. So I sat down with Trio. I said, look, I heard Roberto on radio and I think he sounds good. You know, I would like him to come and join us at QFM. He says, what guarantee I give? I said, okay, this is what I'm proposing. The show that I do, let me do the show with him for like a month. Then you listen, and if you like what you hear, maybe you can sign him on permanently so he can be like my, you know, co-presenter. So that's how we agreed, and Roberto came through to QFM. Then we used to do the lunchtime show together. So we used to do the KNR, So we did that show for like a year or two.
We did it about like a year.
For like a year?
Plus, yeah.
Yeah, then you got your own show after that.
Yep.
So while we're doing that, in 2006, the next year, I managed to, you know, get some fans to open a studio. So I opened K-Ami, and he was one of the first producers, him and Bundu. Actually, Bundu is the one who set up Wheels.
The one who set it up.
Yeah, Bundu set it up. Then Roberto came through, because Roberto already had the knowledge about music. I had zero knowledge about music. The only thing I had was just my ear. Like, I just knew, like, you know, sound is supposed to sound like that or whatever. And here's the funny thing. Every time when I try to sit on the computer and do something, he would always laugh at me and say, what the heck are you doing? What is that, KB?
Guys, the beats were whack. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
That's sort of...
Listen, that was 2007. Yeah, 2007. So yeah, so you know, then everybody else was using Fruity Loops, Cubase. So he came like, oh, I use Reason, you know, and I saw it, and you know, the program looked good, but it was very complex. So he taught me how to use it, and I fell in love with it, and I didn't learn how to use any other program, but apart from that, so I learned how to use it, and when I learned a little bit of it, that's when Daxon kind of joined us, and I also taught Daxon how to use the program. But Daxon kind of helped me with the chords, because you know he's a church boy, so he would know to my nice chords. I remember him teaching me the first R&B chords, like this is good, like you hold A like this, you hold this. But I didn't understand anything then, you know, until I said, you know what, I had to force myself to learn, because you know I had a record label and I can't really depend on other people. So there's a guy called Gary. So Gary came through and, you know, he said, I can teach you. So he basically took me like to a school. Like I would go there every morning. He said, okay, cool. So this is a keyboard. This is C, this is D, blah, 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 blah. This is F sharp, this is what. So if you want to hold a chord, you hold 1, then you count 3, then you count 4, then that's your major chord. You count 1, you count 3, you count 4, that's a minor chord. So that's how, you know, so you have... You really can't be taught these things, but you have to know, like when you start with this chord, the next chord has to sound like this. For me, it sounded like complicated, but it was easier for me because I already knew, like, I can imagine, like, if I want to make like a beat, like I know, like the chord have to sound like doom, doom. So I'll try to, you know. So with that, with YouTube and just practice, I started learning, and Roberto came and said, okay, cool, that's not bad. I'm learning. I was actually learning how to produce on Judy's album.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
If anything, the first Judy album that we started making.
It was him,
Yeah.
Daxon, me and Daxon actually pretty much produced like, majority of the songs.
The first time Judy came.
Audition, he auditioned that.
Because she had like 2 of her sisters.
Yeah.
And then I told him, say, you know what, she's the one that we need to pick up.
Yeah.
So we picked up Judy, then we started recording.
Yeah.
The PC crashed.
Yeah, I remember, we lost everything,
The PC was stolen and left.
That's how Roberto left. He left his music as well.
Yeah, it crashed. We had started the first ideas that you left.
Yeah.
Then got another PC,
stolen. Yeah.
Now,
Thieves broke into it.
And then you know you have this little girl who says it's difficult for her to just spend like even 30 minutes on
in the studio.
It was stressful
Yeah.
just to have her around. And then you tell her everything that we've been doing
has gone. Yeah. So you can imagine the stress. So I learned, like, the first song I ever produced professionally is actually my favorite song, Doubting. That's like the first song I made professionally. With nobody's help. I just sat and I just put it together, and I was with PJ that day. Actually, it was PJ's idea. So he played me a song. I'm not going to say which song. He played a song. You know, I was listening to it, and you know, and I took a bit of some time, but you know, I put it together. Then you know, he's busy. Apparently, it was supposed to be his song. Yeah. So when he started doing, I keep on, he actually even did his verses.
Yeah.
So he did the chorus and he did his verse. I was like, you know what? I've got this girl that I'm trying to promote. Can we just give it to Judy? He said, yeah, no problem, you know. So then he had to rewrite the verses again. So that's how we put it together. Then Judy came through. Then I played it for her. She liked it. She went, she practiced it. Then she came, then she recorded it. And that was the first song we did. Then Daxon did Even If. Then that's how we started doing the album. Then Even If was like the first thing we put out, and it was very successful.
It was big.
It was huge. It was the first single that we did and we put out. First single. And people still doubted, like, you know, yeah, where is it going, you know? Then after that, so after Judy's success, before I even drop out the album, then Alpha, you know, started coming to the studio. I think then he was still with No Intro, but, you know, he was looking out to break up because I think Kiami had started, you know, making a bit of, so, you know, he would always come and he used to wear these baggy jeans and you know he didn't look like a rapper, and every time he would come, boss, I rap, I'd like you to sign me, and I'm not looking to sign rappers really, because you know rappers then were not really making a lot of sense, to be honest. It was the Chameleons, the Hamoas, that was the sound. Like rappers, like, yeah, you're just wasting my time, because everybody then was struggling. You know, there was no rapper in 2007. There was no rapper that, I mean, Slap D might have 1 or 2 songs, but he was not yet established then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was very difficult then. Maybe people like when a VZ, you know, VZ was already established then, you know.
Yeah, VZ, Black Moon too.
Yeah. But, you know, the new school was still kind of struggling, you know what I'm saying? So then I remember this one time, I'm with, you remember Stan?
Yeah, Stan.
Yeah, the one who was a gospel artist. And so I was with Stan in the studio, so Alpha walks in, you know, with his big-ass jeans, and, you know, so he walks in, boss, you know, I'm not going to leave today. I've come with my MP3. Just give me even 10 minutes. If you think I'm wasting your time, I'll never bother you again. So he gave me the MP3, I put it in, I was with Stan. So the first song he had done like bits and pieces, there's that President song. Yeah. So I played it, it was badly mixed. Listen, and I'm like,
we should fire.
My goodness. I never heard a local rapper talk about things like that. It's like I was intrigued. So I started working on the beat. I worked on the beat and I finished the beat, and Alpha did come in the morning. He came in the morning and we recorded it. So that's the deal, song, the president. So the deal was, if this song makes it, you're gonna sign me, because he also had confidence in himself. Yeah. So we put it out, and before we knew it, the song blew. Big. The song was huge, and there goes the other team, the latecomers. So we have Hmark, Bobby East,
Kobe,
and Kobe. Yeah, so that's what happened. So when we put out the record, and you know. A couple of months, it was the biggest record out, and so that's how it all began. So that's how the whole KMA revolution started, and that's how I started to meet, you know, other different people and whatnot. And I like to talk about how I met this gentleman. Like I said, this guy was so rude the first time I met him. I was like,
rude is not the word.
What were you?
Maybe overconfident.
I think so. These were times when, you know, Makito was doing those, what you call them, those cover songs. I remember you had that, This Is Why I'm Hot, you know. Okay, so there was those Born and Bred Awards that used to happen, the meetings. So what would happen was, we used to go for the meetings. Yeah. So we met. So he saw me. Then I don't know who told him that was, but I don't know whether you knew me already, or I don't know, maybe you saw me somewhere, but you were with Dandy and I think Afunika, then you walked up to me, and the first thing you told me, Aro, Alpha, mwewe toramponona. And why is disrespecting big people? I think that's the time when We Were Younger came out. Yeah. Where Alpha said something about my flaws, mkapase tomedi or something, and you're telling me that, and you know, you're busy pointing at me at toramponona. And I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, I didn't really answer, I just looked at you, I was like, who the hell is this guy? You know, who the hell does he think he is? You know, I didn't really talk to you then, I just looked at you, I was puzzled, like, anyway. So, you know, we went in, we did our thing, then after it all ended, I was working at QFM then, so we walked from ZMBC to QFM. We're walking together. I think you guys, you're supposed to go and jump on a bus or something, I don't know. Yeah. So that's when we started to have like a normal conversation now. It was you, me, Dandy, and I think the other one must have been Afunika, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. So that's how we had like a normal conversation. I think we exchanged numbers, and you just told me now like in a respectful way, I said, but you know, just coming up in the game, Tommy D is a legend. He can't be saying things like that. It's okay for you to say things, but you know, you have to respect, you know, people. You just can't, because you want to get some fame, you know, you want to start saying some disrespectful stuff. So,
you know, like it was particularly personal, like for Tommy, because I was really inspired by Tommy.
For real?
I grew up on Tommy. You know, like obviously, like when I was in high school, like Black Moon 2 and all those cats before. But Tommy took it to another level. You know, with Black Moon 2, they kind of commercialized their hip. And Crisis was rapping in English, so most of us could relate. But like for Tommy for the first time, you know, Tommy, like even when you listen to the first Sling Beats compilation, I think he had the most joints on that shit.
And by
You
the
know
way,
what I mean?
do you guys know that Tommy D was one of the first artists on Sling Beats?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like he took Mumpy there, Chameleon found Tommy D there, everybody.
Tommy
found
was
Tommy D.
huge.
Just like
Tommy
Alpha
and
brought
Chris
everybody
Shaw.
on the KM record label.
So he's
pretty
actually
much.
right. Tommy D was pretty much
Yeah.
like, found it.
Maybe he never really like blew up on.
He blew up like 10 years later.
Yeah. Like on the Chameleon
true
level.
story.
Yeah, like that song
Yeah,
that
that's,
what did
Masese.
yeah, Masese, yeah. I think that was his first big song.
That was-
No, he had Mafasho.
Oh
Mafasho.
yeah,
He had Mafasho. Yeah.
That was like years later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But even then, that's like a very dumbed down version of Tommy D. Like the music he made with Sling Beats. Oh man, it's still gold, man.
Classic.
I need to
Still
listen to
gold.
it.
Classic.
It's still gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on, I think like
When he was
2 or 3
doing
songs on that album.
Mafasha, he was working with Ranel. What Showdown?
Yeah, I remember.
It was really
Like dumbed down.
yeah,
like they
had,
wanted to
guitars
commercialize,
there,
yeah.
you know that sort of thing. And when he did Masese, he was working with Jerry Fingers.
Yeah.
And Jerry Fingers had this
Kwaito.
General Kanene
Phil, yeah.
E1 sounding
Yeah.
like actual Dunka,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, man, the raw stuff was
Yeah.
the stuff he made with Slim Beats.
Yeah. So that's how I mean. This guy was rude. I think you have really transformed yourself, because when you came in the game, you are the type of guy that you wanted to take on everybody. Anybody says something, you don't agree with an opinion, you even went ahead and said if the radio station don't want to play your music, you don't give a. If you don't want to play my music, don't play my music. I have the streets on lockdown. That was Maki too. Now he's a very grown man, and yeah, I'm proud of you, man. Then this young man, I met this young man was, I think, 16 or 17. You were in 10th or 11th grade?
Jake has tell us how old
Yeah,
you
I'm an old man. He must have been 16 or 17. How old were you? He was 16. He was still a virgin, by the way.
Oh, right.
So he knew where I used to stay. So what he would do, like he would see me, like every time when I'm going to the studio, he would see me. Then one time he walked up to me and said, "What's up, KB? I'm J Cash. I rap, blah blah blah. I'd love you to listen to what I do. Please just listen to it." I think I didn't. He gave me the CD. I never listened to it. I don't know. I think I got busy or something. Then he knew where I stayed. So this one time he decided to come home. So he came home. And I saw, I heard this guy again. Said, "Did you listen to the CD?" I said, "I don't know. I think maybe, but I'm not too sure." So he
Actually, I think you were in one of my mates' car. And
Yeah.
He was playing my stuff, and then you.
Oh, then I heard it. That's where I heard it.
Yeah.
But I thought you sounded so much like Slab D. I remember the first time,
exactly.
like, it's like, this is good, but you sound so much like Slab D. Then I think I must have told you to come to the studio. Then that's the time when Alpha was putting together that Young Energy movement. There was him, TAP, yeah? There was just the two of them. Briscoe's already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I found Brisky and TAP.
Nana was also there.
Nah, not at the time.
Nana was not. You came before Nana?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I came before T-Sean.
Yeah, you came before Tishon. I remember that. Yeah. So J Cash's story is very unique because
H-Mark too. H-Mark was like a
Yeah.
DJ at some point.
H-Mark came through Alpha, and this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Alpha
Alpha
introduced me
brought
to
everybody.
Alpha introduced me to Bobby East as well. He introduced me to everybody. He introduced me to H-Mark. I knew everybody, almost everybody that came after Alpha. I knew through Alpha. T-Sean was introduced to me by Alpha. So he came through, and we became a team. And the interesting part about J Cash is he came around 2010, 2011, and everybody that came before him, T-Sean came, and T-Sean had big song, he was there, but he never one single day sat there and complained. I say, "Oh, I've been here longer than everybody else, but why not pushing?" Yeah. He always felt like, I'm getting that tough love, but I have to keep working hard. Maybe I'm not doing
The right thing.
maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And he kept on working and working. And he is a very interesting story. So his first big song, H-Mark is here. So Asa one time, I'd also signed Asa. I signed Asa after you, right?
Yeah.
So as I was recording some songs, so one time she came, she said she had an idea that I love you, so she sang it, then I made the beat, then I packed it. You know, it's one of those where you make something, then you pack it.
That was actually supposed to be Bobby.
Bobby's, I'm getting to that, So fast forward a few months later, I think about 7 or 8 months, you know, it's one of those where you're going through your folder, so let me check what I have, then I played the beat. You know, the beat was incomplete because that's what I do. I never really finish. I would just do like a rough work. Then I liked it. Then I started working on it. So I pimped it up a little bit. And that's the time when HMAC approached me and said, you know, I want you to do some songs for, you know, Kantu, you know, and you just signed Bobby, I remember. Can you give me some beats, some songs? So when he came, I had that in mind. Then I gave it to him. I said, okay, this will be good. You know, it's different from what he does. You know, he might want like something commercial. Yeah. So they had that beat for like 7 months. So what would happen is that J Cash heard that song. So one time he opened the phone and he heard it. He said, boss, I like this beat. I'm like, no, I've already given it to, it's Bobby, it's his, you know, he's just trying to put some lyrics on it. So he'll come like, has he done? I said, not yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what so you know what he did?
You're welcome.
He learned. So he learned how to. So you know what he did? Because it was not arranged. So I don't know who taught him how. So one time I was not at the studio. I don't know with Tice. So he came. I don't know who taught him how to cut, copy. So he put the chorus, Big Bang, yeah. Then he recorded his verses. Yeah, it was downstairs, and he recorded his verses. So I come and say, boss, you know, I've been waiting for so long. Bobby, I don't think Bobby's gonna record that song anymore. So I put my vocals on the song. I'm like, yeah. Then I heard it. I liked it, but you know, I didn't think it was gonna be like, you know. So I said, okay, cool. You know, then I said, can you mix it? You know, kept on bugging me, can you mix it? I said, I'm gonna mix it when I find time. Can you mix it? So one time, were we together when I was making the song?
No.
Okay, so one time I just decided, let me just mix it. So I mixed it. Then we put it out. We didn't even promote it. I don't even remember pushing it. And the song just went viral. And that's where J Cash, you know, started his, you know, his brand, and you know,
when viewers stopped sleeping on it.
Yeah, and you know,
because actually there's times when KB like could walk into the studio and give me this attitude, like he would, like I took time to blow, you know. So
I don't remember that. No, but I was patient.
Yeah. But you know, when I heard that, I was like, yo, I wouldn't have done as much justice to that. To that song the way it deserved, because when I first heard it, in my mind at the time, I didn't have a lap song. Not a single one.
Yeah.
I couldn't write.
Because you were doing the Paloma.
I wasn't in that mindset.
But you see, I always had a vision. I always knew that you also needed like a different sound.
It took a while for me to be able to grow.
Yeah, to get up that comfort zone.
To get that to that level.
Yeah.
Even when you gave me the song, I remember telling you, I was like, I've got an idea, but I won't make it a lap song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip it and make it something else.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I remember that.
Every time I tried to write it, it just wouldn't come together. And when I heard that kind of vision, I was like, it was a good thing I didn't really.
Yeah, so you should thank him.
KB always wanted me to be the lover guy, like in music and stuff. I remember we recorded some
with Daxon, Nakolate.
We actually vibing to it at some point.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Of course.
I begged Cleo Ice Cream to take the record after Bobby turned it down.
You lie.
Yeah, Cleo turned it down.
Yeah, so I mean, it's blessing in disguise.
I begged Cleo.
That was his opening.
Take this one.
Yeah. And now J Cash is a big guy, man. He doesn't really need KB anymore. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying?
I was having.
Look at this lead comer. The Saga boy. Like I said, I knew HMAC through Alpha Romeo. Alpha Romeo came and said, oh, boss, now that things are happening for me, I need a DJ. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I found this guy is good. And you know, when I met Kevin, I was like, go meet him, Killa, what's up? Hey, so Alpha, hey, shine. You know, that was his character, you know, and I liked him. I liked HMAC from day one, and HMAC has been my guy. Me and HMAC is one of the few guys I've never had any problems. I mean, I've had differences with some guys from the camp, but me and him have kept it 100%. If he's not happy or something, he'll come and tell me, you know. So that's how it started. You know, he was a DJ for Alpha, but I think he saw a bigger opportunity. Then he moved to XYZ, and he's been very successful. And I'd say, you know, I'd give it up. I'd say it here. You know, he's one of the most innovative, very smart, and it's not just a fluke. When it was getting Bobby, everybody was thinking, "What the hell are you doing?" You know.
That's true.
I know, because he came to tell me. He came to tell me that I'm signing down Bobby. I also kind of looked at him. I said, I like Bobby. And Alpha was a guy that used to tell me, you know what? I think Bobby is going to be one of the biggest from that. You know, the first, like, you know, he has like that zone palm type. Like he adds English, and you know, and I think that style is going to be big. And he predicted it, and he saw a vision. Yeah. He's like, he would always come for advice. And I remember his first album, they would always come to the studio and, you know, play for me. What do you think? And you always, I remember your first album, you brought it to me and, you know, you wanted to get my opinion. I said, you know, I like this, I'm not too sure, and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, even the second album, yeah. But after the second album, it felt like, yeah, no, it's I'm the CEO now, man. I don't need KB's opinion anymore, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, seeing the industry grow like that for me, it makes me really proud. And, you know, knowing all of you in such circumstances for me, you know, and I really wanted to share this on my birthday, and, you know, and I value all of you. You're like some of my few, you know, good friends in the industry. You know, like Makitu, first of all, I'd say Makitu is one of the few, maybe one of the 5 people that when I say I need something done and then I call him, if he can't do something, you know what, I can't do it today, but can I come tomorrow? And for sure, I'll find Makitu waiting for me at the door and call me, Urikwisa. I'm like, oh, give me 30 minutes and, you know, I'll be here and we'll do whatever we have to do. And, you know, we've kept that friendship going, and, you know, I'm very humbled. You don't find too many people in the industry that, you know, not everybody's going to keep it real with you. Some people, if you can't do something, you rather come and say, oh, listen, I don't think I can do it because, you know what I'm saying? You don't have so many people that do that. You know, I'd rather somebody come and tell me, it's not my kind of feel, I can't manage, or, you know, can we, you know. That's another guy that, you know, this guy, I don't know if you remember how we met. You came to K-Army, I don't know with who.
I don't know.
It's Loverboy.
The first time.
Yeah. I think, no, you came, you were recording something, you came with a beat already? Yeah, with Tishon, yeah. You recorded it. I like what you were doing, but I don't know whether you wanted me to sign you then.
Yeah, I was pushing for that.
Yeah.
Even I came to
Are you kidding me?
You would never remember this. You would never remember.
Oh my God.
Alpha introducing us wasn't like the first time we met.
Seriously?
Me and Jay once rocked up to KME like unannounced. But like myself and Jay will be.
Are you kidding me?
Like, yo, we got this new songs. I was nah, I don't really have time to listen to you. Like,
are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh my God. You remember?
Hello, zoom in.
Yes. We were in the
people.
Yeah.
These guys came with JOB.
Yeah.
So they walked in. I think they were looking for Alpha.
Yeah.
And Alpha wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like, Adaki, I think he was about Alpha.
But you know what? So I have like 4 different email addresses.
Yeah.
I have one that I opened like 15 years ago. And every now and then I like to just go back to the first my mails that I used to send. And I used to send songs to like IK, Crisis, what, no reply. So now, when I play those songs, I know why they never.
They sounded terrible.
This was whack. I wouldn't sign myself. So in most cases like that, it's not that people don't believe in you or are hating on you. It's that people don't. They can't see what you're going to become. And I'm telling you, it's not even like I've turned down a lot of people.
We all have.
Yeah. And it's not...
Some that worked out.
Yeah. And like I listen to your stuff and I know it's not good. It's not even like... It's not good.
You can't sign me.
Yeah, but I can't know what's going to happen after 10 years.
That's very true.
Bro, you know what I mean?
I could tell you stories that kind of like later on affected me. You know, one time, like the first time I heard Afonika, he came by QFM and I told him, dude, you sound like Chameleon.
Actually, the manager wanted me to sign Afonika, I remember.
And I told him like point blank, like, you know what? You're good, but you sound like Chameleon. Like the first days he used to sound like Chameleon.
It's the same as Dreams as well.
So I told him, I told Afonika, I said, you know, I sound like Chameleon. And one day he came and said, you know what, one day you remember me. And I forgot. Then years later, he comes.
Scary.
CD. I'm like, I've been looking for this song. Like, you don't remember me? I'm like, I don't remember.
It's wild. It's wild.
The guy told that I sound like Camilo.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
But then he said, you know what, I'm happy that you told me that because it made me realize that I was sounding like my idol. You know what I mean? But then look at Afunika now.
Yeah.
He's really changed.
Absolutely,
and another
man.
guy that we turned down with Ozzy was Jimmy. Not that song over.
Yeah.
We had that CD in the house. For
You
months.
lie.
I kid you not. And he was like, please help me push. And we just like sat on it. Then after it blew up, Damiano comes through with the CD. I'm like, you know what, I think I've seen, he went by a name called Casanova.
Oh, yeah.
So I checked, I'm like, Casanova over.
So the song you slept on.
Huge.
Yeah.
So you know, sometimes we make, like, we don't see the person beyond where they are at that
Yeah.
because we kind of like already have a premeditated thought of who we want to listen to and who we think will blow up. But I think it's something that at times we kind of like regret in our music career.
Yeah, but you know what I think? Like, most artists are not who they are going to be at that moment when they come to you.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of growth and they become someone completely different. You know, that sort of thing. So it's not like if you, the guy who blows up, if he comes to my door, I know that's good. You know what I mean? I know, like, oh, this is fire. But if you're going to be fire after 5 years, I'll turn you down today. You know what I mean?
Because I don't know, yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
Only you know your passion. Sorry for breaking down.
And that also reminded me,
Like when I was first coming through this booth, I could feel that. Okay, I'm gonna be this thing. Only he can see that.
Exactly.
And what he would tell me was, equipment is expensive.
That's what I used to say.
I understand now. I find him walking in town. I'm like, I don't care. I'll stop. KB. I run up and like a bag. There's one like a bag.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I'm hustling still, but I've hooked up just. Is it quite a was up where I'll help you out.
But you know why I did that?
Yeah,
you know why I did that?
I mean,
you know why I did that? In 1999, me and 44, when 2000, there was Cypher. I don't know if you guys remember Cypher Music.
Yeah, Cypher.
Yeah.
We went to Cypher Music, and then there was Joe T, Jerry Fingers. I can't remember who else was there. So we asked, how much was it? In 2000, they were charging 250,000 kwacha.
Yeah.
We're school kids. Where are we going to get that money from? It took us 7 months. You know, it was one of those things, 7 months to raise that money. We used to walk from McKinney to Carousel. We used to go Mujoneng, go into Chivolia every day. And it was because we didn't have phones. You get to the studio, I know it's busy studio mkabwele per Saturday. You come back Saturday. We paid but recorded the song after 3 months. So that for me was a life lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like what we went through. You're not gonna have it easy. You're not just gonna walk and say, oh, ni sign in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're never gonna have it on a silver plate. You know what I'm saying? You have to work for whatever that you have. And Wills was saying I can't even remember. Wills is saying that he came to the studio and says when he signed it, 300. I can't even remember. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's interesting. Do you know when that that mentality changed for me?
Yeah.
The one who changed everything for me was Ben Blazer. You know, when Ben came to myself and JLB in Chonga, when he came to us, in my mind I thought we were ready. I thought we were dope. I thought our music was legit, was gonna blow up. And I was like, okay, you guys come to Kitwe and come and work for me. And we went there and we spent over a year. Most of the time we were just lounging around the studio, we were trying to, and we would record the songs. And I remember I was like, okay, the studio is better than ours. Let's re-record some of these songs. I had like 100 songs. Then Ben, he came to and he know, if you guys want to proceed and like elevate with the music, I need you to lead this whole order. And it took like 2 years for us to get there. That's why when I met a person like Nez, when I met a person like Stash, when I met Stash, I was making beats already, but they were so complex. And I told him, your beats are so complicated, it's a complete song on its own, no one can add vocals on this. And it took him 2 years to make a beat for me, maybe 3 to 4 for me to completely slap, like, yo, man, this kid is dope. Every time I'll tell Slap, jump on one of Stash's beats, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dave, spent 2 years with Dave. So, but the one thing that Ben taught me is I have a little more patience these days. Yeah. When I meet guys that are really young, I'm really passionate about trying to see how far they can go. Like H-Mac's house now is that we've got artists, man.
Yeah, no, I know.
20.
Yeah.
They're always there, all the time, and they record every day, and not every song comes out.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's part of the process.
Yeah.
And somehow there's always needs to be someone who believes in you.
Yeah.
Not for immediate results, but maybe because, and it's not everyone of them that will work out.
But the turn downs also kind of works out because it makes you realize that, you know what, nothing's going to come on the table, but we have to work for whatever we have and, you know, go out there and do what we do.
You know where my turn down, where I bring all of these guys down to, like, every time I've got a show, I'm like, oh, we've got a show. I'm like, oh, buy a ticket. Or they're like, can I open for you? I'm like, nah, you haven't earned it yet. Nez is my best friend, and they spent 6-7 years is going to me with shows. I never even used to let him hype me up, and he had songs. Super smart. That's
how I signed this guy. This guy came as an artist when I just signed T-Shon. So they used to rap. He was a whacker. I'm just kidding.
What was that group again?
He was exposed. And this guy used to talk nasty stuff. Say, would come, I'm making beats. You know, I didn't know that the boy was actually paying attention to what I was doing. I think he had more interest in the production, so he was rapping with his friend. Then when T-Shon left, I think they kind of moved, you know. Then they kind of moved and, you know, they continued doing whatever they're doing. Then I heard that he had moved, he was doing his own production. So fast forward, I'm looking, when I was rebranding the studio, I was looking for a co-producer, and I'd already heard about Stash, and I liked Stash. And I got his number and I called him. I said, Stash, I'll just open a studio. I like what you do, and if you're not affiliated to anybody, would you come and, you know, work with me? Then by then he'd say that he had already, I think that's when he had started plans to open the Black Media. You know, he said he would have loved to, but, you know, maybe I came in a bit too late and whatnot. Then I called a guy called Annex. I said, Annex, I'm looking for a co-producer, you know, anybody, even somebody raw, but, you know, I can just sit down with him and, you know, somebody with my kind of, because I want to work with people with my similar sound. You know, Daxon had a similar sound. Then he said, oh, there's a guy called Big Biz. I said, Big Biz I used to record, he's a producer now. I said, he is a producer. I said, okay, give me his number. Then he gave me his number. Then I said, hey, what's up? You produce now? I said, yeah. I said, send me some stuff. He sent me 2 beats and I heard it. And I said, come tomorrow at the studio. So he came, I heard the beats. I like, because I always look for just, I don't specifically look at how skillful you are. There's just something I hear and I like. And I said, we can work with this. Then I said, okay, cool, you ready to work? He says, I'm ready to work. I didn't ask him anything after that. Then we started to work and he improved. And here we are 4 or 5 down the line. And, you know, he's a mega, you know. And my working culture now has kind of changed because, you know, when you have done the production work for a very long time, you tend to become a bit stale sometimes. You know, you can't always be that creative, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'll come, I'm stuck for ideas. I'll complete a beat and I'm not feeling it. I said, Big Busy, you know, do whatever you can do with this, then I'll come listen to you tomorrow and see if I like anything. If I don't like anything, I'll remove it. Whatever I like, you know, I'll keep it. And, you know, that's how we've been able to work. And now I try to work with as many people as possible. Daxon, you know, sometimes I go ask for some advice from Roberto. And, you know, and I think we grow like that, you know, with everybody else. FJ has been one of my guys. FJ is literally, and people are saying, why is he on all the Diary songs?
I'm so jealous of
Listen.
How come we don't get
let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me explain.
What you said on 6.
Let me explain why I find it easy to work with him. Number one, okay, first of all, I had Neo, because Neo was always here, and, you know, so it was easy for me to just, you know, sometimes I say, you know what, I want you to do an idea, then I'll get somebody else to sing it. Because not everybody writes. So whatever he sings is always nice. You know, it did 3, did 4. I'm like, why should I give somebody? It just sounds okay. You know what I'm saying? Then FJ's like, I need to name him daddy. You know, because he's easy. You know, FJ is one of the guys like, I would just say, FJ, what do you hapa niko che running bati ningabwera pa studio natoka bwera okay nzibwera my mind. You come 30 minutes later you find me, and I'm not exaggerating. I'll play a beat for FJ. I'll tell you 80% of the beats I played for FJ, I'll play a beat for him. FJ will just pace just for like 5 minutes. Even less than 5 minutes.
That's too long.
Maybe 2 minutes. I'll play the beat, even this new diary. So after we finished recording the song or recording, then I said, I have this idea. I want you to record it because I want Mainza to sing the chorus.
Sometimes you won't even finish the beat.
Yeah.
You just play for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've got an idea. So I was going to have Mainza sing, but I wanted him to kind of put it together.
Yeah.
So I played it, like, this is dope, Killa. Then he just sat there, just, okay, Nico, an idea. Just like that. Press record, and it just says what he was saying. Am I telling the truth? Am I telling a lie? And I sat back and I heard it. I'm like, you know what? I said, you know, I'm just going to keep it, it's fine. And that's how, and that's how we keep it. So let me do a bridge. Same thing. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we are done. So now you understand how easy how easy it is to just work with somebody that when you call and you want to get something done, it gets done. Some, we all have like a different working culture. Some, maybe Bobby's a perfectionist. You give something to Bobby, he's going to get back to you after 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Everybody's got a different working culture. And sometimes when I have an idea, I want to execute it there and then. And that's how we do it. So, yeah.
So I guess me and Jackson have to pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah. I have to thank these two guys. No, I do. And I always say that I appreciate it. Majority of the things that I learned, and like my R&B touch, most of the things I learned from this guy behind me. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. He doesn't he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, but I learned so much. And in the end, Big Busy learned from me, and I learned so much from him as well. These new school producers are very crafty, man. I learn something new every day. So it's one big happy family.
Something that he said, when you put in so much work into something, you treat it as such, like it has value.
Yeah.
Somebody gives you, I don't know, a car today. You just got it, it's free. Something happens to it, the pain is, but when you hustle for it, you sacrifice time with
you guys earned it, man.
And then you lose that.
You guys earned it. So every one of you. Bobby East earned it. H-Mark earned it. I don't want to hear anybody say no. He earned it. He did. He did. Whatever he has now, he earned it. This guy is a hustler.
But this guy's work. I think what's very dynamic here is through the entire storyline that you've given, right? And everybody's role. You do understand that right here, we are all in a position to change the face of this industry in Zambia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you look at just how much, for example, Alpha has done, right? Just for your studio alone, is immense. What J-Cash
has done.
And, he's also working with new artists. Even everybody here is working with new artists. So this is like a whole new level, and we're changing the way our industry is going to be in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to remind you guys that we have so much power in our hands, in the decisions that we make, and I hope that we make the right decisions. Let's not close our ears to fresh ideas, but let's be open, because we have all come from somewhere, and we're here today.
Yeah.
So I congratulate you guys for being here, for everything that you've gone through, and I hope that everything that you experienced today will just be a testimony of how great you have been and how great you'll be remembered by the people that you're helping.
That's a very nice speech, huh?
So
anyway, man.
Sorry. To finish that thing was, how we were all talking about the guys. You say something in the diary. You say to all upcoming artists. Hitting the DM.
Yeah.
When you
and I know you all go through that situation.
Artists, when you hustle, my man, you put something in that. Even just the amount of push, the way you push that wax on. Will make it blow up, because you have put in so much, you hustled and you paid for it. But if I just say, boy, I got the money and it's all free, you already think you're there.
You just can't wake up and just, and half the time when you listen, it's just, like, really? You're always in the DMs, and this is the example that I give. I said, I love football. If I had a choice, I would love to go and play for Liverpool. But I can't walk up to Jürgen Klopp and say, Jürgen Klopp, please sign me in Ningachai. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself and say, you know what, you're worth it. It's a business. Other than that, it's just, we have to see this talent there for me to say, you know what, it's worth my energy and my time to put in, So upcoming artists, you should stop that business of always in the DMs and sending links and signing. H-Mark, you haven't said anything.
I'm speechless, man.
You're speechless, huh? Yeah. This is my guy right here, man. No, this is my guy. This guy is a problem.
I'm not the guy.
That's all I know. That's all I know. This guy is a problem. Everybody knows he's a villain.
I need to.
He's a villain. But he doesn't want to have me on the show. I don't know why.
What do you mean? I've had you like 3 times.
I'm the only one.
You have no scandal.
No. I don't
he's waiting for a scandal.
You get that call.
Wait, don't get your time.
When there's a scandal. Yeah. When I know there's a scandal, I'm not going to go. When there's a scandal, I'm not going. When there's a scandal, I'm starting a show. I'm the one who's going to interview you. You want to be putting people in that? I'm the one who's going to interview you.
But I've been doing this for a long time. So when you start a show like that, I'll be more than glad to be the first.
Sure, that's what's better kutenga my advice.
I've always asked you for things.
So for an issue there. Man, I'm just kidding.
And I've always looked up to you.
Yeah, no. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just like for real, man.
He has the talent, man. He'll go to his show, he'll piss you off.
Yeah, he does.
The following day, cool.
Yeah. I didn't get how, one day pissed off Makito and they're still together, hanging out, and I'm like, this guy.
No, but
also his tolerant levels, like Makito 2009, 2000, he would have slapped you right there, man. I promise you.
Mark wasn't.
He met the favorite.
No, I promise you. This is the guy that walked up to me. He doesn't know me. I'm this tall guy, and this guy walks up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell is this guy? No, he was dissing his idol. It wasn't necessarily dissing his idol, but one of those in his way he was very offended. Like he was waiting just to meet me so he can tell me that. Like we'll mess him up. We don't play around where we come from. You need to respect people. Like just to mark the territory so I should know. And I'm like, so yeah, guys.
Big H right there.
Yeah.
When I record a song, I remember when T-Shirt recorded the same song that we were working on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
I love that song, by the way.
I get this mix and I would be in Slap's DM, but then it got to a level where like the first I did a jam. I did a jam with him, a rap song which he had liked.
Yeah.
And he used to get it flow. So he after what he was like that. I would go and call up either H or him, and I would go. And then and he give me advice. No, this is properly mixed now. Push it that. I'll come with Amina. Remember?
Yeah, Amina. Yeah. Amina Somali.
Yeah. As a manager, but very well. So I just want to say, man, this guy, whenever there's something to hustle, like when there's a
but you know what?
He will hit you up. He will say, "Excel is this. What do you think?" And then.
Before I lose my thought, but you know why all of you have become successful? Because you have gone through the trials and tribulations. All of you, I know his hustle. I know his story from making those demos, those videos on a phone, and the hustle, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, no, but I have an idea. I know Bobby's story very, very well. And for me, and that's the reason why I'll never hate on him, or I'll never feel some type of way, because he's a genuine guy. I know where he comes from, and whatever you're achieving right now is because God says, you know what? It's your time, Shine, my brother. J Cash, the same story. This guy, everybody, Tishon came, Blue, everybody came, found, J Cash was the last one. Tice came, even Tice. Tice came, because he was even trying to be on Tice's record, but Tice came, Tice found him. You know what I'm saying? But he was there and just waiting for his time. And when his time came, he made sure that he made use of it. And I'm really proud, because now you're standing on your own 2 feet. You understand what you want. You know your music. You know exactly what you need to do. And you know which producers to go to when you want whatever you want to do.